Ram instructs Bharat on good governance. This is the 100th chapter or Sarga of the Ayodhya Kaand, which is the second canto of Sage Valmiki's Arsh Ramayan, one of India's most ancient and respected epics. Here, Bharat comes to the forest in Chitrakoot to take his brother Ram back to Ayodhya. Ram, under the pretext of inquiring about the welfare of his kingdom, gives Bharat a concise discourse on key aspects of politics and governance. Note: this chapter has a few references to the four social classes in ancient India, namely the Brahmans, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, respectively meaning the scholars, the warriors or rulers, the agriculturists or merchants, and the laborers. It should be noted that this social class was determined purely based on a person's propensity or natural tendency and his work or actions. Refer to the Bhagavad Gita verse 4.13 or the dialogue between Yudhishthir and Nahush in chapter 179 of the Vanaparva section of the Mahabharata. End note. Ram saw Bharat dressed in bark and wearing matted locks, lying on the ground with folded palms. It was extremely difficult to look at him, just like it is difficult to look at the sun at the time of universal dissolution. Bharat had become lean and his face had gone pale. Ram recognized him with great difficulty and then took his brother by the hand. Smelling Bharat's forehead and embracing Raghav, that descendant of Raghu, Ram took him on his lap and asked him with a composed mind, "Where is your father, O dear, that you have come to the forest? It certainly is not appropriate for you to come to the forest while he is living. I am seeing you after such a long time. It's a pity to see you coming to this forest from so far off with such a lean body. Oh dear, why have you come to the forest? My child, that you have come here, I hope the king is alive, and also that the king, being distressed with grief, has not suddenly departed to the other world. O gentle one, since you are still a child, I hope that the kingdom has not fallen to permanent ruin due to your inexperience. My dear, I hope you take proper care of our father, whose strength is his truthfulness. I trust the king Dasharath is in good health. He who is always true to his promise, that performer of the Rajasuya and Ashwamedh sacrifices, that staunch follower of righteousness. Dear child, I hope that the exceedingly effulgent and learned Brahman, who is ever steady in morality, that family preceptor of the Ikshvakus, Vasishtha, is duly honored as usual. My dear, I trust Kausalya and Sumitra, the mothers of good children, are happy, and also hope that the noble queen Kaikeyi is pleased and satisfied. I hope your priest, that is Suyadnya, Vasishtha's son, is duly honored. He who is endowed with modesty, son of a noble family and well versed in the scriptures, he who bears no ill will, and whose gaze is always fixed upon our welfare. I hope intelligent and sincere priests, well versed in the rules of the rituals, take care of the sacrificial fire, and they also regularly inform you regarding what was and what is to be offered as an oblation to that fire. O child, I hope you pay regards to the deities, your ancestral manes, that is, souls of your departed ancestors, dependents, the preceptors, relations like your father, the physicians, the Brahmans, and the servants. I trust you also regard the preceptor Sudhanva, well equipped with knowledge of excellent arrows and other weapons, whether inspired with hymns, that is mantras, or not, and a master of the Arthashastra, that is the science of statecraft, economics, and military strategy. My child, I hope you have employed valiant persons like your own self as your ministers. Persons who are heroic, learned, self-controlled, of noble birth, and skilled at guessing hidden motives by mere observation of external gestures. O Raghav, O descendant of Raghu, the root of victory for kings is well-guarded counsel, and that too when it is held with clever ministers well versed in the sciences and capable of keeping that counsel secret. I trust you have not come under the influence of sleep and you wake up at the proper time. I also hope you skillfully think over the means of acquiring prosperity during the last part of the night. I hope you do not take counsel either with yourself alone or, on the other hand, with a large number of counselors, and also hope that the decision arrived after the council does not leak throughout the kingdom. O Raghav, once you have determined upon a venture that involves little effort but would yield great results, I hope you set about doing it quickly and do not delay it. I hope other kings come to know about your undertakings only after those are complete or about to be completed, and not the ones you have decided to do in future or not yet started. Dear brother, even if your counsels have not been divulged by you or your ministers, I trust others do not come to know about them either by strategy or inference. Likewise, I hope you get to know about the secret counsels of others. I hope instead of 1,000 fools, you set your heart on having a single wise person with you, because a wise person is of great help in difficult situations. Even if a king employs thousands or even tens of thousands of fools, he cannot depend upon them for assistance. And even a single minister who is wise, brave, and clear-sighted can bring great prosperity to a king or prince. I hope you only assign superior employees to important tasks, mediocre ones to mediocre tasks, and inferior ones to inferior tasks. I trust you employ uncorruptible ministers upon matters of most importance, those who are clean, illustrious, and have been serving since the times of our father and grandfather. O son of Kaikai, I hope the citizens of your kingdom are not agitated by severe punishment, and your ministers do not just watch as mere witnesses and permit this to happen. Just as priests performing sacrifices scorn a fallen person, or women look upon lustful men with contempt, I hope your subjects do not scorn you for collecting taxes more than what is due of them. A learned person skilled in contrivances, who is brave and desires prosperity, and is engaged in corrupting the minds of servants against their master, should be killed. If the king does not kill such a person, that person kills him. I hope you have chosen a general who is confident, is endowed with wisdom and courage, born in a good family, loyal and diligent. I trust you respect and honor your foremost warriors who are powerful, courageous, skilled in warfare, and have given evidence of their heroics already. I hope you give appropriate daily provisions and salary to your soldiers, and you do this at the proper time without delay. If there is a delay in granting provisions or pay, the employees get enraged with their master and become corrupt. And that occurrence leads to great calamity. I hope the principal descendants of your race are attached to you, and also hope that they are ready to lay down their lives for your cause with steady minds. Bharat, I hope your ambassador is a wise and skillful person staying in your own country, well informed, endowed with presence of mind, and exactly repeats what is told. I hope you acquire intelligence of the 18 office bearers of the enemy and 15 of your own side. And you do this through 3 spies, none of them acquainted with any of the others. A note here on 18 office bearers of the enemy. They are 1. Minister, 2. Priest, 3. Crown Prince, 4. General, 5. Warder, 6. Chamberlain or gatekeeper of the inner apartments, 7. Superintendent of the jails, 8. Treasurer, 9. Herald or conveyor of royal orders, 10. Government advocate, 11. Judge, 12. Assessor, 13. Distributor of pay and provisions to the army, 14. Distributor of workmen's wages by drawing money from the state exchequer, 15. Justice of the peace, 16. Protector of the frontiers of the kingdom, 17. Magistrate, 18. Guards of rivers, hills, forests and fortresses. And the 15 office bearers of self are the above 18 except the first 3, namely ministers, priest and crown prince. End of note. O destroyer of foes, if enemies who have been previously expelled come back to you, I hope you do not consider them to be weak and neglect them. And my child, I hope you do not serve those Brahmins who are atheists and think of this material world only. These ignorant people are experts in perverting the mind and are proud of their learning. Such people only bring disaster to others. Even when principal scriptures on righteous behavior are existent, these persons of perverted intellect resort to their own intelligence and logical reasoning and argue meaninglessly. My child, our Ayodhya has previously been inhabited by our heroic ancestors. It is worthy to its name, that is, Ayodhya the Impregnable, has strong gates filled with elephants, horses and chariots. It is filled with Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas always engaged in their respective duties, and thousands of noble, self-controlled and energetic people. I hope you protect that prosperous and renowned city of Ayodhya, surrounded with palatial mansions of various shapes and furnished with everything. I hope it is furnished with hundreds of nature reserves, adorned with prosperous people, graced with abodes of deities, water distribution places and tanks. It has men and women in happy mood, is graceful due to social festivities, has its lands well ploughed and provided with cattle completely free from cruelty. It does not depend on just rain for its water supply, is charming, devoid of fierce animals, free from all kinds of fear and decked with mines. Free from sinful people and well governed by my ancestors, O Raghav, I hope our country is prosperous and its people are living happily. I hope people living on agriculture and cattle rearing, find favor in your sight. The world's prosperity, my dear, depends upon such trade. I hope you take care of them by providing what they wish for and getting them rid of what they don't wish for. All the dwellers in his dominions should be protected by the king through righteousness. I hope you keep the women pacified and protect them well. I trust you do not believe their words blindly and also do not divulge your secrets to them. I trust you protect the forest where elephants breed and also have a large number of cows for milk, and hope that you are not satisfied with the number of mares or elephants that you own. I trust you always present yourself to people well adorned, that you rise early and are seen on the main roads in the morning. I trust your servants do not present themselves before you very boldly, or neither do they all stay away at a distance or hasten away after seeing you. A middle course is the best means to be followed in this matter. I hope all the forts are well furnished with wealth, food grains, arms, water, machinery, craftsmen, and archers. I hope your income is great and expenditure minimal. And, O Raghav, I hope your treasury does not go to undeserving people. I trust you spend your wealth in the interests of the deities, the Pitaras, that is the manes or souls of departed ancestors, the Brahmins, unexpected visitors, warriors, and friends. If some noble, honest, pure-hearted person is accused of some crime, I trust you do not kill him impatiently, without first having him tried by persons well versed in the legal sciences. O best of men, if a thief is seen or caught stealing, found to be guilty based on interrogation, or found possessing the stolen property, I hope your men do not set him free due to the greed of wealth. O Raghav, whenever there is a matter of contention between a rich and a poor person, I hope your well-educated ministers look into that case dispassionately without being partial to any one party. The tears dropping down from the eyes of those who have been falsely charged, who have failed to obtain justice, O Raghav, destroy the sons and animals of the ruler who does this for his own pleasure. I hope you honor aged people, children, and principal physicians with these three presents, namely gifts, affectionate mind, and polite speech. I hope you pay respect to preceptors, aged persons, ascetics, deities, unexpected guests, the chaityas or the sacred trees, and all the accomplished Brahmins. I hope you do not endanger virtue or dharma for the sake of prosperity, that is artha, or prosperity for the sake of virtue, or endanger both, that is virtue and prosperity, by the greed of pleasures and desire for sense gratification, that is kama. O foremost of conquerors, O knower of timely action, O bestower of boons, I trust you adequately divide your time in attending to prosperity, virtue, and desire, that is artha, dharma, and kama, the three chief objects of human pursuit. O foremost of intelligent men, I hope the Brahmins who are experts at comprehending the meaning of the scriptures, and also the inhabitants of the city and provinces, all wish for your happiness. Atheism, falsehood, anger, carelessness, procrastination, evading the wise, laziness, being in control of the five senses, thinking alone about the affairs of the kingdom, taking counsel with those that are proficient in evil, failure to commence on a task that has been decided upon already, divulgence of secrets, omission of auspicious rituals, and marching against all the foes at once at the same time. I hope you stay away from all these 10 and 4, that is 14 faults of kings. O Raghav, I hope you understand the true nature of 10 classes of evil, 5 classes of fortresses, 4 classes of contrivances, 7 classes, that is 7 pillars of the state, 8 classes of manifestation of anger or 8 improvements, the 3 classes of objects of human pursuit, the 3 branches of learning, conquering the 5 senses, 6 strategic measures, the evils arising from destiny and human agencies, permissible or allowed acts of the king, the 20 classes of kings, and the Prakriti Mandals, that is the complete sphere of a kingdom, attacking the enemy or Yatra, arranging the army in battle formation or Dandavidhan, and war and peace, each having 2 sources. I hope you have properly understood all of these, O foremost of the wise. Note: the above 3 verses contain many dictums or maxims such as 6 strategic measures, 20 classes of kings, etc. Their meanings are as follows. 10 classes of evil are hunting, gambling, sleeping in the day, slander, addiction to women, wine, dancing, singing, playing, and roaming without purpose. 5 classes of fortresses are those in water, on mountains, on trees, in barren land, and in sand. The last 2 are very difficult to conquer in the summer heat. 4 classes of contrivances are the means adopted for governing and maintaining the kingdom, namely Sama, that is consolation, Dana or gifts, Bhed or disunion, and Danda, that is punishment. The 7 classes are 7 pillars of a kingdom, including the sovereign, ministers, people, fortress, treasury, military, and friends. The 8 classes, according to some, these are the kinds of manifestation of anger, namely backbiting, adventurousness, revolt, envy, being cynical, damaging property, harsh language, and harsh punishment. According to some others, they are these items beneficial to the kingdom, namely improvement in agriculture, increase in trade, building fortresses, building bridges, catching wild elephants, gaining control over mines, taxes from vanquished kings, and getting uninhabited lands habitated. The 3 classes, according to some, are these 3 objects of human pursuit: dharma, that is virtue or righteousness, artha, that is wealth or prosperity, and kama, that is desire or pleasure. According to some others, these are the 3 powers: power of enthusiasm, power of destiny, and power of sense. 3 branches of learning are the 3 Vedas or the Trai, agriculture and commerce or Varta, and the science of law enforcement or Danda. 6 strategic measures to be used against the enemy are Sandhi, that is friendship, Vigraha, that is war, Yan, that is vehicle or marching, Asan, that is posture or waiting for opportunity, Dvaidhi Bhav, that is stance of uncertainty, and samashray, that is seeking protection from someone more powerful. 5 human evils faced by the kingdom are evils due to officers, thieves, enemies, close ones of the king, and the king himself. 5 evils faced by the kingdom arising from destiny are fire, flood, illness, famine, and epidemic. The allowed acts of the king are getting these people from the enemy camp to our own side by way of gifts, namely, servants of enemy kings who have not got their salary, insulted servants, people angry over their king's behavior, and people who have been intimidated. The 20 classes are those 20 classes of kings with whom peace should not be contracted, namely, a king who is a child, an aged one with a long standing illness, expelled from one's caste, timid, one who stays with timid persons, one who gives asylum to greedy people, one whose ministers, generals, etc. are dissatisfied, one given to excessive merrymaking, one who takes counsel from fickle-minded people, one abusing deities and Brahmans, one with a very bad destiny, one who, relying on destiny alone, remains idle, one who is in great poverty, one having troubles with the army or without the support of the army, one not staying in his own country, one with many enemies, one with unfavorable star signs or grahadasha, and one devoid of the virtue of truth. Prakriti Mandals, or the complete sphere of the kingdom, according to some, it consists of these 7 entities, namely king, ministers, well-wishers, treasury, territory, fortress, and army. In opinion of some others, Prakriti and Mandals are different. The following 5, namely ministers, territory, fortress, treasury, and punishment are Prakritis, and a group of 12 kings constitute a Mandal. Regarding war and peace with 2 sources, marching, that is yan, and waiting, that is asan, together constitute war with 2 sources, while taking an uncertain stance, that is Vaidhibhav, and taking help from a powerful king, that is Samashray, together constitute peace with 2 sources. End of note. I hope you deliberate or counsel with your ministers, together with 3 or 4 of them, and also separately with each one of them in secret, as is laid down in the sacred texts. I hope your study of the Vedas is fruitful. You receive the fruit of your actions. Your wives are fruitful, that is, blessed with children, and your knowledge of the scriptures has also borne fruit. O Raghav, I hope your intellect is going the way that has been indicated above. This course is conducive to long life, fame, virtue, pleasure, and wealth. My dear, I hope you too follow the path followed by our father and forefathers, that which is auspicious and also in accordance with the path of the virtuous. And Raghav, I hope you do not eat tastily prepared food yourself, but also share it with your friends who might be expecting it. The highly wise and learned king, ruling righteously, using punishment to administer justice, duly obtains and rules the entire earth. He then, after departure from this world, ascends to the celestial